What does it do 2024? How many candidates are out there?
First of all, I don't think all the parties here have actually presented any candidate except just few ones who are making noise. And you know, when they start making noise, without the parties bringing out submitting the how do they call it, collecting of governorship forms, we cannot know who is who until they start collecting governorship forms. Then we know if actually they are here for real or they are still pretending. So far as I'm concerned, most of them are just pretenders.
Who's making noise now, and who's making any type of noise?
First of all, we heard of the former governor from Edo Central. I'm talking about the one Oshomole actually took to court. Osareme Osumbo is actually says coming back, and we also had one other old politician here in Benin. I would say old politician, a young politician who just kind of left the Senate. He also is interested in the governorship race.
Who's that?
But so far, I think Obede Hama, from what we are hearing, is interested in the governorship race. But there's a fact and there's a point which we just need to understand here, because some of us are in favor of zoning the state governorship to Edo Central, and then because the reason why Edo North has had it twice, South also has had it twice, if not even 8 years. If we have to combine that of Igue to that of Obaseki, if we combine the 8 years together, it's 16 years. Then Edo North has had it once. So it will do me fit, just like we normally say, fairness. In all fairness, irrespective of how it is, let somebody from Edo Central be the next governor.
Which is the Esan side, right?
Esan, that is the Esan speaking part of Edo State.
Hi, we're back, and it's the right direction. Political analysis with Lace My Man and Ticco Nicossia. We're out here chopping it up with Edo 2024. And as it stands, you have to be Esan to get the ticket, and they're young bucks on the block. I'm going to call a gentleman called Kingsley Eweka, who happens to know Mr. Dorio Koje. Let me get the feeling, based on the question Ticco asked, to say amongst the Esan people themselves, the ones who are running for power. What is their consensus? Do they expect the ticket to be, an all Esan fair ticket? And how would they respond if there is another representation on the ticket? Hello, Kingsley. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, brother.
Good. You're live on the political analysis, and I hope you've been with us. We've been talking a lot about Edo 2024 today. You happen to know Dr. Dorio Koje quite well, and we've raised some points that I want to run through with you before I get our analyst back on the phone, even while you're on the phone.
Absolutely.
First of all, is it agreed amongst the Esan people that all the main political parties would produce Esan candidates as their primary candidates?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
From what I've heard, yes, absolutely.
They don't envisage any party coming up with any other tribe.
Well, as they say, you can plan, but you need to expect the unexpected. But as far as I'm aware, I don't think there will be any. Okay. But you really never know.
Okay. Then secondly, we're looking at the profile of the candidate. We have heard the return of Osumbo, who was governor for a year or a couple of months before Oshomole came back. So he's part of the old bloc. But we're talking about other names being floated besides Dr. Dorio Koje. It's mainly associated with people whose parents have been in politics before. In the Esan political scene, are they trying to move away from this, or is this what they're doing?
I actually think that's what they're trying to do. They don't really want to be associated, as far as I know. They don't want to be associated with the old, if you like, with the old political bloc, or, people who have that heritage. They basically want something new, something new, something fresh. Nobody really wants to be associated with the old political bloc, as far as I'm concerned, because it really hasn't worked out for anyone so far, politically. For the masses, I would say it really hasn't worked out. It probably worked out for some people, but it hasn't really worked out properly, for the masses. So I think people want a new change. Absolutely.
Okay, Dr. Dory Okoje is a young man in his 40s, and tell us about him. And because they've mentioned that we brought a president from the farm. He never showed, he was never social media savvy. He never had a social media account, and we brought him to lead the country, and he's leaving now. We're complaining. What sort of man is Dory Okoje? Does he have a social media account?
He does. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to laugh at that. Because it's true. We basically need someone who's very savvy, who's technologically savvy, who knows what's going on socially, across different sectors. Dory Okoje, we went to the same school, Besides him actually being a relative of mine, we come from the same family, actually. So he is like more or less like a blood brother to me. And you guys have seen everything that he has done. His charitable work is just outstanding.
Please, can you mention it? Because I'm going to get one of our political heavyweights to hear from you in a minute. Can you just tell us about some of his work, please? While I get Musa on the phone.
Yes.
Okay. What has Dory done?
Okay, so they are absolutely numerous. Just to name two, I can just off the top of my head. Okay. He has fixed roads, as you can see. There are roads that have been left dilapidated, which the government completely refused to do anything about. And he used his own money to actually do this. Now, the first question I'll ask you is how many people? Not forget even politics. Who would even do that in Nigeria?
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
First, I want to ask Musa. You have heard that that is Dory Okoje's spokesperson in the diaspora, as far as I know, for now.
Yes.
And he has said in the Esan community, it is quite straightforward that they're trying to move away from people with associations with the old block, that my father has been this and my father has been that. They're trying to start with a clean slate. Do you know about that?
Yes, I subscribe to that. And the good news is that the field is open for some people to fly their credentials if they feel they can do their job. Everybody is involved. It is no longer business as usual.
Absolutely.
We are not going to put ourselves in a position where because you are Asian, therefore come and become the governor. And I just think we need to listen carefully. And what Eweka is saying, I understand that, and I'm happy for him. It's good to fly people who can actually do that job. And I think with what he have just said, this man is community-oriented. I like that. I'm happy for him. And let the time come.
Okay, Kingsley, please just drop another one, please. He tarred the road with his money, but did you hear everybody say this evening that Edo State is being isolated, i.e. the main roads leading to Abuja are no more working. The one leading from Lagos to Benin is taking even longer.
Yeah. Absolutely. This one I've known for ages. I've not lived in country for 27 years, but even back in the day, the Benin Lagos Road used to take, I think, approximately, I think, an hour and a half or two. I could be wrong, but now I don't even know. The roads don't exist. The last time I was there in 2017, the roads were more or less just non-existent.
Okay.
So Dory has done. The other thing I wanted to mention, I think, very quickly is Dory had. You see the schools that he has done. He heard about the school that was dilapidated. He went in there. Without asking anybody anything about money, he went in there, he checked how much it was to fix up that school. He put his own money there. This guy is always putting his money on the line, without asking for anything, without any fear or favor. This is the sort of leaders we need, we want, we have wanted in the last 40 years. People who just come in and just get the job done, not for glory, not for anything.
But let me ask about his family background before I let you go. Is he from is he fresh, or how is he coming in here? What does he do? What is his main business?
So Dory has, as a lot of people are probably aware, Dory, he's into real estate. So he builds estates, he builds homes, So he builds out, he does these buildings for communities, He sells homes, so he has large estates. He's into real estate, and that's what he does. And he does a great job about it. I mean, you guys heard about what happened in Lagos? That stupid building that collapsed, and this was supposed to be in an affluent area. Things that should never be happening in the 21st century are happening because they're using cheap materials, But Dr. Dory, I mean, personally, I know that when he's doing stuff, he uses the best materials. I have had conversations with him, and we've had several talks where he would say that he would send someone to go and get stuff, and they try and get the cheapest. And he goes, no, you can't do that because you're going to put people's lives at risk. Take it back. I don't care. Get the right materials. Let's do it, because these are people who are going to be living in the buildings. It's that sort of person that has that sort of integrity that we want.
But let me quickly, before you go, and I will get Musa and Edwin to talk about other candidates, and we'll come back to you. The Labour Party has not delivered the ultimate prize in 2024, and the rumor is Dory is coming through the Labour Party. Would this affect, if other Esan candidates are going to come through APC or PDP, what are Dory's chances? So he has not made his mind up that he's going to stay with the Labour Party because of the outcome of the presidential?
Well, if you ask me my opinion, it shouldn't really, it does matter the party you come out with, but preferably he should come out with the Labour candidacy. People are tired of APC, PDP. As far as they are concerned, they are one and the same. A two-party state is not even good enough.
Where is his mind? Where is his mind at the moment? APC, PDP, or Labour?
I think his mind is to stick with the Labour Party. The fact that, Labour Party did not deliver a presidential candidate, which they did their very best to, and the external forces that made that not happen, as we all already know, should not deter him from actually going via the Labour Party. I think that should be the best chances. He should not even look at PDP or APC. For me, those two parties are dead. I don't even want to know who's coming through them. I'm not interested. I've been hearing it for years. They should just kill those parties off. They are total nonsense. They are rubbish.
All right, stay with us. I'm getting Edwin in on this call, and we're going to talk about what you've just spoken about. Stay with us, and if we need to talk to you back, I'll give you a call in.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kingsley. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Musa,
Yes.
you heard Kingsley. I'm calling Edwin in, but you heard Kingsley when he said those two parties are dead. But those two parties seem to have, one of them have the presidential candidate. Do you think Labour is weak because they didn't deliver the ultimate prize? And anybody coming through Labour, you are doing it at your own risk.
I don't think so. Labour is a political party in Edo State. They have every right to vie for anything political like APC and PDP. But what is going to happen in Edo State politically is that we are wiser now. We have more choices. If Labour produces the right candidate from Esan, Edo people will vote for that candidate.
Edwin, did you hear Kingsley speak about his Labour candidate coming in for Edo 2024? Musa, I would say he gave him a glowing reference. I'd say he did that. And what do you think? If you heard Edwin, if you heard about the young man, that the Esan people are generally going for someone with a clean slate. They don't want anybody with
the bag.
Yes.
That's exactly what I said, and I was listening to the background, and I was quite enthused with what I was hearing. But the thing is that they all have candidates. There are so many. I know about a few of them who are from the diaspora, who are there. I know about a few of them who have their businesses, who have never been in politics before. So that's the thing. But the question is, do they have these money backs? Would they show with the people, the electorate, the party people, show those money backs and do the right thing?
There's one thing I want to add. This, Musa, I don't know in my time if anybody from diaspora has gone to win a governorship or from here, and for many reasons. First of all, they wouldn't risk the money. So if you have a candidate from the diaspora, are you going to take them serious this time?
When I say from diaspora,
is that question directly that my person?
Let's hear Musa say. Musa, what do you say?
The local politics is not programmed for diasporans. When you are a diaspora, it's a different ball game. The first person that tried to become a governor in Edo State was Matthew Atama under ACN. And what happened there was, in fact, diasporas can't play local politics because the way you disburse money and favor is slightly different from what they are used to. And the locals, we have them off. The diasporas can only do well if they are going for something lesser, but the governorship is more serious than you would imagine.
Edwin, do you think, you've heard Musa, does anyone from the diaspora stand a chance?
Well, I agree with Musa, but most of the people, what they are learning now is that they have to be home. Most of the people who are in diaspora, like I said, they have been home for the past 2 years.
Yes.
They have been doing. Now, I want to give you an example. The APC guy, as a representative in the Orion local government, Dr. Sawaro, is from America. They have been based in Benin for the past 2 years. So most of these people, they have to go home and understand what is actually happening. That's exactly what Musa is saying. Because you cannot just come from diaspora to come and do it. You have to understand the dynamics and how it is played there. And again, like I said to you, did they have the money backs? Like those old politicians we are talking about, they have already saved a war chest.
I don't think anybody... we are talking about multiple mortgages. I don't think anybody in diaspora will risk 100,000 pounds for a gate, for just the local chairman. And he will tell you it's not enough. Even from that angle, I don't think anybody in diaspora will be able to run for Nigerian politics. Not at all.